Social studies. Genre. A biography is the true story of a person's life written by another person. Text features. Guide words, headings, and captions are features of an encyclopedia. They help you find and read encyclopedia articles. Content vocabulary. Influenced. Form. Function. Geometric. Preserved. Frank Lloyd Wright by Karen O'Malley. Frank Lloyd Wright was one of America's most famous architects. His building designs influenced or had an effect on many other architects. Wright's buildings include homes, office buildings, and one of the most famous museums in the world, the Guggenheim Museum in New York City. Frank Lloyd Wright believed that a building's form, or how it looks, should match its function, or how it is used. Early years. Wright was born in Wisconsin in 1867. When he was young, his mother gave him a set of wooden blocks, which helped him learn about geometric shapes, such as cubes, spheres, and cylinders. He also noticed the same shapes in nature. Wright went to the University of Wisconsin and then moved to Chicago to find work as an architect. The Prairie Style. Frank Lloyd Wright believed that buildings should fit the places where they are built. The Prairie Style homes he built in the 1800s and early 1900s had low, straight lines that blended in with the prairie land where they stood. The 1930s. In the 1930s, Wright worked with architecture students who wanted to build the way he did. He designed one of his most famous houses, Falling Water, in Pennsylvania. Falling Water was built over a waterfall. During the 1930s, Wright also designed the Johnson Wax Company building in Wisconsin. The Johnson Wax Company building has many geometric shapes. Falling Water in Bear Run, Pennsylvania. An encyclopedia article. Reading an encyclopedia article. Encyclopedia articles are arranged alphabetically in each volume or book. 503. Architecture. Architecture. Architecture is the art of designing buildings. An architect is a person who designs buildings and checks to make sure they are built correctly. Architects build many different kinds of buildings, including homes, schools, office buildings, skyscrapers, and monuments. Early architecture. Architecture began when people built the first homes. The architecture of the ancient Egyptians included giant pyramids that were built for kings. Ancient Greeks were known for the beautiful stone columns of their early temples and monuments. Later years. Wright designed both the Guggenheim Museum in New York City and the Marin County Civic Center in California at the end of his career. He died in Arizona in 1959 before either of the buildings opened. The ideas and work of Frank Lloyd Wright are preserved or kept by the Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation. The foundation watches over his designs, drawings, writings, and his homes in Arizona and Wisconsin. The Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation is located in Arizona. Connect and compare. Number 1. Look at the encyclopedia article on architecture on page 142. What do you think the numbers in parentheses mean? Number 2. If you could travel back to the early 1900s to meet Frank Lloyd Wright, what questions would you ask him? Number 3. Think about the article and my very own room. Why might the narrator of the story enjoy learning about Frank Lloyd Wright? Social studies activity. Find out more about a famous building such as the Eiffel Tower or the Sydney Opera House. Find out who the architect was and when the building was built. Writer's craft. Time order words. Words such as first, next, then, and last tell the order in which things happen. Writers use these time order words to show the sequence in which things should be done. Write directions. How to Make a Study Place by Robert H. Studying for a test is easier when you have a quiet place of your own. This is how to make one. First, find a chair that's comfortable and put it in a quiet corner that isn't too close to the TV, radio, or phone. Next, get a healthful snack so you'll think about studying, not dinner. Then, gather the materials you'll need. The last thing to do is to tell everyone in the house that you need peace and quiet. I use time order words to show the sequence in which things should be done. I completed my directions with the time order word last. Your turn. Write a paragraph that explains how to do something. Choose something you know how to do well. Maybe you know how to ride a bike safely, make a sandwich, or give a party. Be sure to use time order words such as first, next, then, and last to show the correct sequence of steps. Use the writer's checklist to check your writing. Writer's checklist. Ideas and content. Did I write about something I know? Organization. Did I write the steps in order? Voice. Does it sound like I know my topic well? Word choice. Did I use time order words such as first, next, then, and last? Sentence fluency. Does my writing sound good when it's read aloud? Conventions. Did I use contractions correctly? Did I check my spelling?